thing I do at the start of every video is just collect all this stuff, which makes for great viewing content. Oh yeah, gotta get that minute of extra time in a half an hour long video where I just go through all these doors. And I'm 100,000 away from the canister locator. Hello everybody, my name is Lucas, and I was going to do this intro in another language, but I'm going to be honest, I don't know any other languages. In the last episode, we went through the decrepit dungeon, and in this episode we're going to toss this head in the hole and go to the cleansing plant with the sick... Oh yeah, I got it. You got this sick rock going. Alright. Oh man, he's even got the spikes for it. Let's go. So this one's relaxed. There's no boss fight. There's only the orb. And he is going to lock something very important in that door. Like his arm. Yeah, don't worry, you didn't need that arm anyway. Let's hope you're right-handed. That would be very useful. I don't know what he's supposed to be doing. Intimidating? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Play that. Let me just turn this up for a second. Yeah, I am looking this up on friggin' YouTube after. 'Cause this is something that I would actually listen to regularly. Even without lyrics, man. Alright, whoever was in charge of the soundtrack for this game, you did your job, and then some. Alright, now we need to get Hookie. Go back there. Just blast down the door, and there's Hookie. Alright, so let's... Because this is what Nostalgia Trip 2018, or Bionicle Heroes videos, are all about. I'm going to talk about my week. Because that's what I do in these. So, yeah, I got to hang out with one of my friends from back home who I've known for like 15 years, something crazy like that. For anyone who didn't know, I am 19, almost 20. So knowing someone for like 15 years, it's kind of a big deal. Yeah, he came by to visit, brought his fiance, had a pretty good time hanging out. I went outside for the most I have done in quite a while, and also swam in the ocean here for the first time since I was a kid. because I saw a jellyfish, and because when you're a kid things have more perform an impact on you. Yeah, seeing a massive jellyfish as a small child, that gets you a little bit. So yeah, that was fun. Then after that, we had Friday, where I went to play some Magic, because that's what I do on Fridays. Speaking of Magic, I know I said there'd be a Magic video, but been a little busy. So that will be coming when it comes. At this point, really, what more can be expected other than the usual weekly uploads? If I go to make anything else, it will come when it comes. Oh yeah, so I played the Villainous Wealth in Modern this week, and I went undefeated until the last round when I went up against a Necrotic Ooze combo deck, and I didn't get stomped. It was a fairly close match, but yeah, the game I won, I could definitely see how I won because I had the turn 1 Pithing Needle naming Necrotic Ooze. But it was a good match. The guy I was playing against is a judge, like an actual judge, not someone who most of the players just treat like a judge, which is what I am. And so you can usually be assured that matches against a judge are going to be very clear and very well executed matches. Especially when it's someone who is a extremely competent judge. Here we go. Yeah, round 1 I played against Bant Defenders. That was a 1-1 draw, though I definitely would have won. Like, everyone watching knew I was going to win. If I'd had, like, maybe 3 more turns. But, fortunately, the games went really slow and ended up going to turns for the first time in Modern in a very long time. Then in the second round, I went up against just a black-green aggro deck. Main win condition seemed to be Wolfear Silverheart. So I got to Villainous Wealth them for 12 twice in a row. And And yeah, that was rather brutal, to say the least, because I got to play with a huge portion of their deck. And yeah, if I hadn't been able to just win the game right there, I would have been able to then, because I still had 2 in the deck, I would have been able to just drop another one and probably mill him out at that point. Round 3, I went up against a Mono 1 Goblins player. That was probably the round I had the worst time in, despite winning 2-0. Simply because the guy is a little obnoxious. He's the kind of person who's constantly loud, always boasting about his deck, which, I mean, I'm sure it does really well in the casual circles, but his combos are like barely synergies. Like, oh yeah, you stuck Krenko Mob Boss with something in ETB related in Modern in a deck that is running less and less goblins every time I see it. Like, he's not even running Raging Goblin. He's not running Legion Loyalist. He's not running Goblin Pile Driver. He's not running any of the ones that are like known in Modern for being good goblins. He's running Skirk Prospector, which it, I guess, helps on mana, but I personally would not run that in what is supposed to be an aggro deck. Like, you have to sacrifice, like, you're playing a go-wide strategy. And then there was, game 1. It was going a bit long, and then I cast a Torment of Hailfire for 6, and he was like, and then he sacrificed 2 goblins to cast Reverberate, putting him down to 1 card in hand and 3 permanents in play. Now, he copied it. My deck, I had 30-something life, and, like, some permanents in play to spare. Because I was playing Villainous Wealth Ramp. Like, I had a Utopia Sprawl to spare. I had... Oh, that'd be nice to get into, but... Well... Like, yeah, I was not hurting. And then he laughed obnoxiously about intentionally against doing something that literally lost him the game. He was like, oh, you didn't see that coming, did you? It's not how he sounds, that's just the voice I'm giving him for this. And I was just like, really, dude? Like, you're trash talking when you literally did something that loses you the game on the spot, because he didn't have the ability to keep, like, if he kept those 2 goblins and the Reverberate, he wouldn't have gotten rid of half my life and my Utopia Sprawl. But he would have been able to survive the Torment of Hailfire, which really is what you should be thinking about, because he could have kept a permanent, and he could have tried to rebuild and just go from there. However, with how he played it, he put himself in a situation where he would go to 1 with 1 blocker, or 4 with no blockers, and 6 power and creatures on the other side of the field. you can see the problem there. I do not... Oh. I'm dumb. Yeah. Then game 2, I Moonville acid mossed his 2 lands, and then he played a 3rd land, and I acidic slammed it. He had 1 creature in play, which he sacrificed to Goblin Grenade to me when I was at 27 life. And basically, he played the game like he wanted to lose. Which, you should never play a game like that. And it's like, I'd been alright with him before, but I am someone who, I wear glasses, and I didn't wear glasses when I needed them for a decent amount of time. Long enough that my hearing's pretty sensitive. So when someone is laughing incredibly loudly in my face, it really bothers me. So the fact that someone was laughing really loudly in my face while I was trying to think of how to do something. And also, being a primarily casual player, he's used to having having leeway when in regards to rolling back to do something that he missed. He had already discarded a card and sacrificed a creature to the Tormented Hailfire. And then, wanted to roll back and do things, but he didn't ask if he could, he just did it, and then he was so loud and refused to hear that he couldn't roll back. So, he hadn't done that before, and I'm usually like, okay, you get 1 strike, So, if he's loud and obnoxious again, or starts allowing me to resolve a spell and then starts trying to do things in response to it after letting it resolve, yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen. You don't, if you think you have something, you do it, or you just think about if you have anything. In the last round, playing against Necrotic Goose combo, the guy was a judge and a very experienced player. Probably one of the funner people, or definitely one of the funnest people to play against, just because he knows what he's doing at a level that a lot of the other players don't quite know. So, he didn't make any rash decisions. He didn't rush into casting spells. He was very deliberate about all of his actions. And when I cast a Villainous Wealth, he was just trying. He spent not a long time, but he spent a good 40, 50 seconds just, and he asked if he could take a minute and just to think, and it's final round, you're both undefeated. Winner of that match would win the entire thing. So yeah, if your opponent needs a minute to think, you give them a minute to think. But if your opponent decides that instead of taking a minute to think, they're going to, they're like, oh, you cast that? Okay, I'm going to sack this. Oh, actually I'm going to do this in response. It's like, no, sorry, at competitive, or at this level, like, you just, like, it's not a casual game, it's something that there's actually prizes at stake. Like, play the game with the level of respect that it deserves. Like, come on. Like, if it's a casual game, just, go for it. Like, you're allowed to ask for stuff like that in a casual game. But when you're both undefeated in the third round and at Friday Night Magic, and like, there are legitimately like prizes at stake, and the winner of this match will get to go up against them. And the winner of that match will get to go in the finals to see if they will get first. Yeah, you don't play it like a casual game. Like, if we were 0-3, okay. At that point, it's basically a casual game anyway. But, okay, yeah, that's my rant over. Point being, we get a few players like that, and it's like, I'm fine for the most part. I would be fine with them, like, doing their, just having, they're, give them a bit of leeway. They're new or they're inexperienced, and they're not as competitively minded towards the game. But, like, if you keep doing that kind of thing, you're going to start thinking of it as, like, allowable stuff, or as, like, acceptable behavior at a competitive level event, and it really isn't. One more thing for my rant. I have a pet peeve of casual players that think that they play competitive decks. Like, trash talking about their amazing quote-unquote decks. And it's like, yeah, I'm all about having fun, but there's nothing fun about, like, being like, oh, I've never lost a game with this deck, you should just scoop now, you don't have a chance, and then you just destroy them 2-0 without them even standing a chance. And since, like, well, was that fun for you to, like, just embarrass yourself by throwing in some truly over-the-top trash talk? And then just being more than a little embarrassed by, being more than a little embarrassed by your opponent. Yeah, we got your orb back. AVAC, yes, it's AVAC. AV is an A sound. It has an A sound, like Avon. For example, oh, that was a bad idea. Noted magic artist John Avon, who has done some of the coolest MTG art, like the full art, the truly full art unstable basic lands. Alright, I know we missed one of these. Yeah, we're at 4. I know we missed 2 of these. Yep. You got that toe tapping tune. What else? Oh yeah, I played 4 hours of Borderlands with one of my best friends. And realized that if you know how to play her, Lilith is fucking broken. Also played golf with your friends. And that was pretty awesome. Ooh, 150 enemies defeated as Matoro. Nice. He's one of the harder ones to get a lot of enemies defeated with, just because slow firing weapon. Alright. Let's see how many things we've got. Ooh, looks like next episode. Oh, yeah, one more thing. The mega episode, I didn't get a chance to record it because stuff just kept coming up. By the time this episode will come out on Tuesday, so by that time I will probably have recorded it. Because I can't see myself being busy tomorrow night. Like, there's just nothing that can really be going on tomorrow night, so barring a near freak nature event, yeah, I'm gonna have a mega episode recorded tomorrow night, and that's gonna be awesome because I get to talk about shit for an hour and a half, and it's just a lot of fun. So anyways, thank you everyone so much for watching and putting up with my rant for the night, which was largely in part just due to the fact that I let things get to me and I need to vent, and there's nothing like venting out loud. So thank you everyone for listening to my bullshit. If you like this video, please feel free to leave a like down below. Subscribe for more content. Leave a comment if you have any idea for something I should do. Though at this point I think I've got quite a few ideas. And yes, hello. I'll see you next time.